Pfizer is higher after announcing it's going to pay up to $6 billion to license an experimental cancer drug from a Chinese biotech company. Shares up about 1 1/3 of 1%. Josh, you own Pfizer. One other note on this one. Merck did a similar deal last year. They paid, and Pfizer ended up paying about double for this deal this time around than Merck paid just about a year ago.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to see the stock green. It almost never is. This is the worst stock I own, has been for a long time. My average cost is in the high 20s, so forgive me for not ripping my shirt off and swinging from the chandelier. I think the key thing here with Pfizer is it had just a vicious low in the April sell-off, down to 21.59, did not act defensive at all. There's almost no point in being invested here. So if the most enthusiasm we could muster on news like this is a 1% jump, I would just ignore Pfizer if you weren't already involved with it.
All right, on 4 straight days of gains, though, Belsky, you own this one as well.
We do. We only own it in our value portfolio. It's a bit of a contrarian name. We're worried about pharma overall, but we're going to stay with the stock.
All right. We're going to stick with healthcare. United Health, we got to talk about it. We actually didn't talk about this yesterday. Looking to extend some gains after posting the best 2-day rally since all the way back in March of 2020. Steph, you actually just bought some more this last week where it was having some issues. CEO resignation, pulling guidance, Wall Street Journal doing a report that they're under investigation, the company pushing back on it, like a bit of a soap opera.
Yeah, it is a soap opera, and it's still down 36% year to date. It's been painful, but the stock now trades at 9 times EBITDA. They have the old CEO who was at the company in 2006 to 2017, and under his reign, the stock actually rose 350%. He's a great operator, and I do still think that this company is the #1 managed care company in the world with size and scale. 151 million people they serve. They're going to reprice Medicare Advantage. It's just going to be a 2026 story. So I was just buying it because it was down so much. It is, I still believe, the best in the business. They got to get through this pain. It's not going to go up like this for a while, I don't think, but I do like it for the long term.
Jim, you actually sold out of this back in April. Are you happy that you sold at that point? I don't know what level you sold at, but here's the reason I'm asking. A lot of people feel like they threw out the guidance just to kind of kitchen sink it and give the old CEO, who's now the new CEO, just a chance to start fresh. And then now we're seeing the reaction in the stock after they threw the guidance out the window.
Yeah, I sold it April 4th. It was up in the 2 days after the Liberation Day debacle in the markets, and I sold it about 546. I'm specifically stating that price because Steve was very kind to me last week and gave me a shout out for selling it in the 400s. It was actually 546. Nonetheless, yes, I'm happy I sold it. I think this will turn around. Steph, you know the company. I know the company. Sometimes this happens to the bluest of blue chip companies. And I will say this for everybody who has a little bit of gray hair. You go back about 20 years ago when Vioxx hit Merck. Merck was the bluest of blue chip companies, just like United Healthcare. And the stock went down about 40% in a week. Took a long time to recover. Steph, I don't know how long this is going to take to recover. I really don't know. It is going to be around for the long haul. It will regain its blue chip status. I'm not going to rush back in, but I think this is one that Steph is likely to be proven very right. It's just going to take time.